It is a championship for the Bedford Bulldogs, 3 in a row.
Johnson serves it in. Great header there, and it's a goal.
Brian O'Brien shot, Bedford goal.
He's at about the 18, sends it up and over and in. Big shot, Grace Crowder. Will kick, snaps back, kick is up. It looks good. It is good.
It's good.
It is good.
It's good.
It is a beautiful late summer day here at Exeter High School for Division I field hockey. Today's game, the Blue Hawks of Exeter taking on the visitors, the Bedford Bulldogs. I'm Pete MacDonald, along with Scott O'Donnell, your play-by-play host, and Scott between the weather, and playing a 2022 Division I champion. It doesn't get any better than this.
No, it certainly doesn't, Pete. Both these teams are extremely skilled. They're very familiar with each other. A lot of these players play club field hockey in the Seacoast program or NEE program. Lots of talented players out there. So for the home team, Exeter Blue Hawks, we have Isabel and Garen Steiner, the two twin girls, senior year captains, along with Elsa Bishop, another very talented, very smooth field hockey player, and I'd like to say probably one of the smoothest players in the state, Pete.
Yeah, and their record shows. I mean, they're right now 4-1. Bedford's record's 2-1-1. Yeah, I mean, the champions 2022 and 2021, and we've talked about this before, between Exeter and Winnicott, the Seacoast area produces some championship teams. Exeter's been to the finals 3 times. They've walked away with 3 championship trophies. So they're definitely a force to be reckoned with, and I'm sure Bedford is psyched and ready to take them on.
I think they're up for the challenge, Pete. Last year, this Bedford Bulldog team made it to the quarterfinals, lose at Dover, but during the regular season, played one heck of a game against the Blue Hawks, a battle back at Bedford High School. Both these teams, again, very familiar with each other, really talented. Several Seacoast players also on the Bedford team. Leading goal scorer, Sidney Davidson, number 2 for the Bulldogs. We'll start it off here as we get ready and the players are taking the field.
Yeah, Bedford came off of a very shortened game last week with Winnicott due to lightning and rain. They haven't been on the field for a bit, so I'm sure they're anxious to get this game started. They will pick up the Winnicott game again Saturday at 1 p.m. at Bedford.
We do have an injury report for the both Bedford Bulldogs. Last game against Winnicott, although it was canceled, or I should say postponed due to weather, there were about 8-10 minutes that they got to play, and defensive back Anna Ray unfortunately took a shot to the kneecap and broke her kneecap, and undetermined how many weeks she'll be out, but definitely a blow to the defense for the Bedford Bulldogs as the ball moves up the left side of the field. Ball's going to come back for the Blue Hawks with a free hit at just about the 45. Steiner slides it up the right, tries to move it up to her sister, and they're going to blow the whistle and give it a free hit for Exeter. Steiner back to Steiner. Steiner slides it up over the far side of the field. Ball battled for about the 50. Elsa Bishop comes away with it for Exeter, slides it down the left side of the field across the 15. Danny Karen tries to work it up, but Brooke Poirier for Bedford is there to intercept. Slides it up to Maddie Kiley. Kiley tries to find Eloise Montagano. Montagano gives chase. They're going to give it a call Bedford's way. Sophomore Tegan O'Donnell on the free hit. Lifts the ball up. Gets it up just about beyond the 40, but Steiner's there to knock it down for Exeter and come back the other way. Works the right sideline and gets a foot call to go her way. Exeter ball just about the 30-yard line. Steiner tries to move the ball up. Intercepted by Montagano for Bedford. Montagano goes to advance, and we're going to have a foot call against Exeter. Another free hit for Bedford. Tegan O'Donnell, another big lift, clears it all the way up to the 40. Ball knocked down by McDonald. McDonald draws a call. Ball's going to slide back up with O'Donnell. O'Donnell right on the stick to Montagano. Montagano up across the 40, slides the ball in, advances it to the Exeter 20. Denon slides into the 10, advances towards the net, tries to get a shot off. It gets knocked down by Exeter, and the ball comes back out Exeter's way. Ball out to the 30. McDonald intercepts, works up the left side, tries to get down goal line, goes backhand, tries to advance the ball towards the net, and it's knocked down again by Exeter. It's going to be an Exeter free hit at about the 20-yard line. Steiner surveys the field, starts to move up, gets it across to her sister, and intercepted by Maddie Kiley for Bedford. Denon tries to advance into the shooter circle, and the ball comes back out and cleared by Exeter. Steiner stick handles between Montagano and O'Donnell, and Exeter is going to get a free hit from about the 40. Ball moves right out to midfield. Steiner goes to advance. Natalie Denon intercepts. Elsa Bishop is there for Exeter, comes back the other way up to the 50, advances the ball up to Danny Karen. Danny Karen moves it down to the goal line for Exeter. Fakes left, fakes back right, spins back around, tries to advance the ball in the shooter circle, and it comes out. Kiley is there for Bedford, tries to move the ball up the sideline. Slowed down by an Exeter defender, but the ball's going to come back to Bedford on a free hit. Out to the 50 the ball goes. Kiley gives chase for Bedford. Back Exeter's way. And out of bounds. Bishop goes inbound, but Denon doesn't give the 5 yards, so we're going to reset. That Bulldog player needs to give 5 yards on the free hit. Now they can go after the ball. Bishop tries to weave her way up. Knocked down nicely by Montagano. Montagano from the 40 slides the ball up. Davidson gets it to Denon. Denon tries to advance. Nice defensive play to slow Bedford down. Ball into the shooter circle. Amelia McDonald gives chase. Steiner clears it. O'Donnell's there, steps in front of the ball, tries to slide it up. He's going to grab a foot call on that. Ball going Bedford's way. Beautifully intercepted by Elsa Bishop as she advances the ball up across the 50. Mia Catan for Bedford is there, advances up to Natalie Denon. Denon moves it up to Kiley. Kiley across the 25 and loses the handle. Montagano nicely pulls it back in for Bedford. Slides out to the right side of the field, trying to work her way around, trying to look for an opening. She has support, tries to slide the ball into the shooter circle, but it's intercepted there by Danny Karen for Exeter. Nice defensive play by Karen. Ball will move up. Emma Moans will take the free hit for Exeter. Moans drives it out to the left. Beautifully handled by Elsa Bishop. A quick stick handle through the legs of Denon, but it goes out of bounds. Ball back in. Right out to middle field. Steiner's there. Steiner tries to advance right up the middle. Montagano reaches out, slows the play down, but that's going to be a free hit for the Blue Hawks. McDonald with a beautiful defensive play, intercepts, slides it up to Davidson. Davidson tries to advance into the shooter circle. Nicely defended by Moans for Exeter, but it's going to be a free hit for Bedford. Referee moving Montagano up to the 20. Montagano slides it over to McDonald. McDonald with a quick turnaround, trying to get the ball into the goal mouth, but it gets knocked down nicely. Again, Exeter clears, and up comes Danny Karen, moving up the field. It's going to be a call on the play against Bedford.
Yeah, it looks like we got a penalty here.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what the call is on the field, but Penalty against Natalie Denon, number 22, senior captain for Bedford. So Bedford will play shorthanded for a moment.
Yep, advantage Blue Hawks here. So far, they're both playing each other tight, stingy. No shots on net. A lot of back and forth.
Free hit for Bedford. Kylie over to McDonald. McDonald, middle of the field. Nicely pops the ball over the top of the stick of Moans. But there's Steiner to go the other way. Up comes number 7, Alexa Zames, trying to advance. O'Donnell for Bedford steps up with a nice defensive play. Tries to clear it to the middle of the field, but Danny Karen for Exeter's there. Karen tries to slide it out, send Bishop on the way, but that gets intercepted again by Bedford. Montagano spins, and they're going to call that for Exeter because Montagano turned her back to the play. Karen with a beautiful hard lift upfield, knocked down by Mia Catane for Bedford. Catane slides it over to Montagano. Montagano tries to move up the field, slides it up to the 50. Kylie is there. Kylie with speed just loses the handle. Steiner gets it back up for Exeter. So 23 Garen Steiner on the free hit for Exeter from the 40. Slides it up to Danny Karen up the left side of the field. Karen spins, cuts back towards the net, beats 2 Bedford defenders into the shooting circle, tries to advance out to the goal mouth.
And we got a corner.
And she's going to draw a corner off a nice defensive effort from Brooke Poirier.
First corner of the game. There haven't been any shots on net, have there?
No, this should be...
First opportunity goes to the the Blue Hawks.
Garen Steiner, number 23, is going to inbound once the referee gives her the signal. This is where Exeter is dangerous on these corners, Pete. Ball comes out to Danny Karen. Danny Karen looks, tries to slide it over to Steiner. O'Donnell is there with a beautiful defensive play, clears the ball, slides it up nicely to the 40. Grace Wolf advances again to Sydney Davidson. Davidson comes over the 20, tries to advance the ball into the shooter circle, almost does, but Steiner gets back. Nice defensive hustle by Exeter to get back in the play. Montagano, beautiful stick handle pop. Ball into the shooter circle. They try and spin. Davidson ends up, Lydia Denon ends up taking it off the foot, and that's going to be an Exeter ball.
Well, a terrific defensive play by Tegan O'Donnell on that corner, and right back down into the Exeter end here. So
Poirier for Bedford intercepts, tries to advance the ball across the opportunity, leads to a corner. The player's set. Steiner waits for the ref. Ref gives a signal. Ball comes out. Exeter with a shot on net. Beautiful save by Addie Wolfiger for Bedford. Steiner gives chase and draws a call. Tries to advance the ball in.
Off of Poirier's foot, I think.
Yeah, another foot call. It's going to be another corner for Exeter. Exeter seems to be pouring it on here now, Pete.
Yeah, they're playing aggressive, and second corner in a row, 3 total. I mean, they're pressing, which you'd expect from the 2022 state champions.
So it looks like Steiner on the inbound again. Out it comes. Moans tries to cross it. Moans again, tries to advance it towards the net. McDonald is there, clears a shooter circle, nicely cleared by Grace Wolf. Up to Lydia Denon. Denon crosses the 50. Slides it up to Davidson. Davidson in the shooter circle, across the 10, advances to the net. Beautiful save by the Exeter goalie. And off the rebound. Denon tries to get it out there. Ball to the circle. Scramble in front. That was one heck of an offensive play.
Was.
And Lydia Denon from Bedford didn't panic one bit. Stayed composed, got the ball up the field, made a beautiful pass. Danny Karen with another beautiful defensive play for the Blue Hawks. She goes to clear, advances it up to the 40. Catane is there. Catane to Montagano. Montagano tries to advance it. Steiner gives chase. Ball bounces around. Poirier tries to step up. And that's the end of the quarter. What a quarter that was.
That was great.
Pete.
Yep, that was. Both teams playing very well against each other. Very few shots on net. Great defensive moves by both sides. Some great opportunities for the Blue Hawks on the corners they received. They had 3 for the quarter. And Bedford came up with some nice D on all 3 of them.
It certainly did, and they had a nice offensive chance there at the end.
Boy,
on
they
the
sure
fast
did.
break.
Yep.
You know, and what a heck of a play by the Exeter goalie, Marley Masek. Awesome play.
Well, you're watching Blue Hawk Media here, Blue Hawk Productions here at Exeter High School, and we are simulcast on Bedford Community Television, BCTV, as well as BCTV's YouTube channel. So hello to the Bedford folks or those folks out there watching what is certainly the first quarter has produced a fantastic game on a beautiful summer early evening here.
And like we mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, Pete, these girls are really skilled. You've got plenty of these girls who will probably go on to play college field hockey. In fact, right now, I believe both the Steiner girls have committed to play. One at St. Lawrence University, the other at Connecticut College, if I have that correctly. And well-deserved. Both very talented players. Lots of hustle out there, lots of skill. Very excited to see additionally, some more New Hampshire field hockey players advance to that high level of collegiate play.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll tell you, Division I in New Hampshire has got some fantastic teams and some really great players. Both you and I have got to see them in the Seacoast leagues over the winter off season, and the talent is there.
It certainly is.
And certainly the Seacoast between Dover, Winnacunnet, and I say this all the time, between Dover, Winnacunnet, and Exeter. Man, there's something in that Seacoast air that's producing some phenomenal players.
It certainly is. I mean, you look at the last few state championships, right down the line here, with Exeter repeating back-to-back championships, no easy feat over the last 2 years. Prior to that, Wyndham with back-to-back championship wins as well. And I think we touched on this during one of our last broadcasts, is how many times Winnacunnet has been to the finals.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Winnacunnet's been to the finals. In 13 years, they've been there 8 times. They've walked away with the championship 5. And I'll tell you, the up-and-comer, though, has got to be Windham. They entered D1, I think, in 2018, maybe. They took home championships back-to-back 2019, 2020. They're undefeated this season, along with Dover. And right behind them is Exeter at 4-1. And, of course, Winnacunnet at 4-0. So, I mean, those are the big 4 right now early in the season.
Yeah, the cream of the crop, so to speak.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? Well, Bedford's no slouch here. They're certainly put it on the field for the first quarter. It just seemed like they couldn't connect in the offensive zone to get that ball into shooter circle. Part of that, I think, Pete, was passing and spacing. The other part, and let's not forget about this, the defensive stinginess of the Exeter Blue Hawks. Boy, were they really good in their end.
Yeah, the Bulldogs got the ball into the zone, but the Blue Hawks were not allowing the ball to go far into that circle.
So here we are. We're set to start the second half here. Ball back to Bishop. Bishop slides it across the 40 over to Steiner. Steiner battles for the ball, comes out with the win there. Montagano for Bedford is there to give resistance. Tries to slide it up the sideline. Does. Tries to advance it to Grace Wolf, but Exeter's there. And it's going to be a free hit for Exeter. Number 13, Sophia Bosa, slides it over to Steiner to take the free hit. Steiner to the middle of the field to Elsa Bishop. Bishop tries to go back. Sydney Davidson is there for Bedford. Advance the ball up the field, off Bosa's stick. It's going to be a free ball for Bedford. Grace Wolf comes up to about the 50. And O'Donnell's going to take charge. O'Donnell from the 50 on the inbound. Looking for an opening. Slaps it up. Steiner was there. Ball out of bounds. Going to be Exeter ball. Steiner from the 40. Steiner moves it up to Bishop. Bishop in traffic against Montagano. Tries a stick handle through. She's going to get the benefit of a call. It's going to be a free hit for Exeter. Bishop from the 50. Switches field. Beautiful ball up to Danny Caron. Danny Caron comes across the 35, across the 30, across the 25, one-handed. Nice hand-eye coordination. Splits the defense with a lift. Cuts it towards the shooter circle. And she's going to draw a call. Free hit from just outside the shooter circle. Slides it in. And again, Danny Caron creating offense. And they're going to get a call.
Create another opportunity.
Yep.
You get in that shooter circle. That's where you want to be, and that's where things happen. If it's a penalty, you get the corner. Otherwise, you're obviously got the obvious shot on net. And Exeter is certainly taking advantage of the circle with corners.
And as we said so many times, Pete, this generates a lot of goals. Corners generate a lot of offense and a lot of goals. So, see if Bedford can hold them off again. Ball comes out. Danny Caron. Caron over to Elsa Bishop. Elsa Bishop with a shot. Beautiful save by Addie Wolfiger for the Bedford Bulldogs. And Bulldogs are able to clear the ball again. It's going to remain Exeter ball. Bishop on the inbound at about the 10-yard line. Slides it back in control to Steiner. Steiner in traffic goes to move and ends up just mishandling a bit, hitting the foot, and it's going to be Bedford ball from the 20. O'Donnell surveys the field. Big lift up the field. Goes up to about the 35. Knocked down by Steiner. Steiner tries to advance straight up the middle. Brooke Poirier for Bedford is there on the intercept. Slides up across the 35, across the 40. Gets the ball over midfield. Maddie Kiley, number 3 for Bedford, gives chase. And the ball's going to go out of bounds. And that's going to be an Exeter ball. Right about the 40, Elsa Bishop for Exeter is going to inbound. Takes a look. Oh, beautiful, slick move by Bishop. Inside out, slides it over to Steiner. And there's Brooke Poirier for the Bedford Bulldogs on defense, turning it into offense. Slides the ball across. Kiley gives chase. Just out in front. Beautiful defensive play by Emma Mons. Emma Mons. Mons slides the ball up to the left. Gets it up to the 40, but Brooke Poirier is there again for the Bulldogs. Gets across the 25. Tries to slide it to Kiley. Kiley just misses the attempt to try and advance that ball. Denon for Bedford to McDonald. McDonald, top of the circle, tries to drive one in. Nicely defended by the Blue Hawks. And there's Danny Caron in traffic trying to move the ball out. Draws a call. Exeter way. And Elsa Bishop is going to set up at about the Exeter 35. Up she comes, drives a beautiful ball all the way downfield. Too bad that didn't connect, but boy, she got all that one, Pete.
Sure did. I'll tell you, Exeter is playing well for this second quarter, and once again stopped the Bulldogs as they attempted to enter the zone there. So
yeah, they are not giving them much room to work once they get up that field. Catane for Bedford. Slides it to the right. Senior captain Denon. Tries to advance the ball. Slides it up. Montagano there. Montagano tries to advance it. It's going to be a free hit going back Exeter's way. And now a free hit back Bedford's way. Ball up to Kiley. Kiley gets intercepted by Exeter. Kind of a scramble for it at the 40. And they're going to give a free hit to Exeter at about the 40. Steiner goes to set up. Steiner takes a look. Slides on up the middle of the field. Grace Wolf for Bedford's there. Knocks it down. Ball comes off her stick. Steiner's there for Exeter. Moves into the shooter circle. Into Elsa Bishop. Elsa Bishop in tight with a backhand. Beautiful save again by Addie Wolfiger. Elsa Bishop was right there on the doorstep. Bedford dodged a bullet on that one, Pete.
Yeah, Addie Wolfinger once again came up strong. But Exeter continues to press.
Grace Wolf over to Montagano. Montagano goes to advance, going to get a foot call. Montagano slides it up the field. Davidson comes back to receive it. Just pops off her stick. Ball out to the 30. O'Donnell gives chase and is going to get the benefit of a call. Free hit, Bedford. O'Donnell takes a look. Tries to switch fields quickly over to Denon. Denon up to Kylie. Kylie into traffic, tries to make a move. She's going to get the benefit of a call. And the ref's going to slow her down, move too quick and want to reset. Ball's going to come back to the Bedford 45. Natalie Denon, senior captain, brings it up, crosses it over the 50. Over to Kylie. Kylie tries to advance. Defender's right there to slow her down, but ball goes out of bounds off Exeter stick. Montagano with a give and go with Denon. Denon tries to work it in. Denon passes up to Montagano. Montagano to O'Donnell. O'Donnell slides in the shooter circle. Davidson at the goal mouth just can't get a shot off. Another beautiful defensive play by the Blue Hawks. And ball comes back out to Danny Caron and up the center of the field. Tane reaches there. They're going to call a free hit for Exeter. Steiner tries to advance. Bedford knocks it back down, almost to midfield. Elsa Bishop very gracefully one-hands it, knocks it down, advances the ball up the left side of the field. Caron tries to get to it, draws a call. She's going to get a free hit from about the 35. Offensive zone here for Exeter. Caron with a beautiful lift. Far side, knocked down by Exeter, almost into the shooter's circle. Catane is there, giving it the best effort. Into O'Donnell. O'Donnell knocks it back out, over to Poirier. Poirier slides it back out safely. But Steiner's there again to knock it down. It's going to go off her foot, slow play down. And I think Bedford dodged another scoring opportunity there, Pete.
Yeah, they sure did. I mean, both teams, the defense has just been terrific. Brooke Poirier there on the Bulldog side, she's a defensive stalwart for the team.
Kylie for Bedford gives chase, wins the battle, comes across the 40, across the 30, tries to center the ball. And Exeter once again intercepts. Emma Mons smartly back and forth with Bishop. Now Denon gets a hold of it. She tries to advance it, and Steiner's there. O'Donnell for Bedford tries to slide it down to Lydia Denon. Lydia Denon just slides off her stick. Ball comes back up to the 40. Number 7, Alexis Ames moves it forward, advances it. And all the way from the other side of the field comes Mia Catane, sophomore defender for Bedford, to clear it. Amelia McDonald to the 50, smartly up the left side, over to Lydia Denon. Lydia Denon tries to cut across, but there is Emma Mons. Mons clears it over to McDonald. McDonald to Denon for Bedford. Ball comes through. They're going to call a foot call on Maddie Kiley. Ball the other way for Exeter. Exeter up to the 50. Into the Bedford offense's end. Poirier tries to step up in advance, and they're going to give the benefit of the call to Bedford. Bedford tries to clear it, but Steiner's there. Steiner advances the ball up to Zames, and Zames gets the benefit of a foot call there. It's going to be a free hit over to Elsa Bishop. Elsa Bishop with a big drive for Exeter. And that ball just didn't get through. It got knocked down by the Bedford defense somehow. Again, there's just showing a lot of resiliency here. O'Donnell with a lift pass up to Montagano. Montagano tries to move from the 30. But Danny Caron is there giving chase, battling for the ball and winning it. But up comes Brooke Poirier for Bedford. Slides it up the right side of the field, along the sideline, and off the Exeter defender's stick, and it's going to be Bedford ball at their own 45. Natalie Denon smartly back to Brooke Poirier. Poirier trying to find somebody in midfield, and the ball goes nowhere. Comes back into the Bedford zone. Bedford's trying to get it out. Danny Karen on the sideline for Exeter. Beautiful stick handle move. Slides around the defender and ball out of bounds. But free hit. Karen stick handling through the crowd again. They're going to get a free hit for Exeter. Steiner over to Bishop. Bishop at the 20, trying to get in the shooter circle. Is in the shooter circle. Rips one right, just wide of the goal mouth for the Bedford Bulldogs. So it was a nice offensive play. Bishop's dangerous right there, Pete. You get her the ball and ability to shoot, and she's going to get balls on net.
No question.
O'Donnell for Bedford. Big lift pass up to McDonald. McDonald nicely knocks it down, gathers it, slides it out to Maddie Kiley. Maddie Kiley draws a foot call off the Exeter defender. Bedford tries to advance again, up across the 30, up across the 25. Amelia McDonald gives chase, battling against the Exeter defender. Kiley now gives it a try. And Bedford's going to win the call going their way. Offensive chance here, just outside the shooter circle. Denon tries to advance. That looked like it hit a foot, but the ref's going to let that play. Denon wins it back to Montagano. Montagano slides it into the shooter circle. Davidson tries.
They turn it into a corner. Bedford's had some good success scoring on corners. We'll see how this first one goes.
Amelia McDonald will be the inbounder here for the Bedford Bulldogs. Set up at the top of the circle, you have Eloise Montagano. Ball comes out to Montagano. Montagano sets, slides it over to Kiley. Kiley tries a one-time, just misses the ball. And Exeter clears. Nice defensive play by Exeter. Smart just getting that ball out of there. That was number 25, Danny Karen. Karen is only a sophomore here, Pete, for the Exeter Bluehawks. Very talented player. O'Donnell slides it in to Denon. There's Steiner to intercept. Steiner comes charging up the field, across the 50. Advances a beautiful ball up to her teammate, into the shooting circle. And out of from nowhere comes Mia Catane for Bedford to defend the ball and knock it out of bounds.
That's twice now Mia Catane came out of nowhere and broke up a play, and that was key.
Just unbelievable speed. Really, really fast.
So they stop the breakaway. They'll take a corner. They've done pretty well so far defending corners.
That was a really smart play by Catane.
Absolutely.
You know, if she didn't make that play, you're talking about a 2-on-0 on the goalie. Rather take the chances on the corner with some defenders back. Steiner gets ready to inbound, slides it up to Danny Karen. Danny Karen goes to rip one. O'Donnell knocks it down out of the air and clears it.
Terrific heads-up defensive play by O'Donnell on that corner. And we're just winding down the half. There we go.
What an unbelievable game we have so far, Pete. These two teams are just really going at each other. Lots of great play out there, lots of great hustle. Very impressive.
Oh, without a doubt. I'm sweating up here just watching these two teams play. There has just been incredible back and forth. The defense on both sides has been fantastic. The Bluehawks certainly have had more opportunity in the Bulldog zone, but the defense just for the Bulldogs has stepped right up.
Yep, absolutely. Yep.
And I think on the Bluehawk side, they're just stingy, as you say. We are just not getting opportunities inside the shooting circle to capitalize on, other than corner and maybe one or two other plays. So, credit to the defensive side of the Bluehawks.
Yeah, I'd say that Danny Karen for the Exeter Bluehawks really seems to be carrying the play up the field. A lot of offensive chances. And, the middle of the field, the Steiner twins and Elsa Bishop, just like we talked about at the very beginning of the game, very composed, very skilled, really play well together. They pass the ball well together. Just a really talented team.
Yeah, Exeter's got some games coming up. Let's see, the 18th, which is Monday, they'll be at Concord. Nashua North on the 20th. Winnacunnet, that will be a game to see on the 22nd. So next week, big week for Exeter field hockey. Dover, Bedford, where they're playing now, obviously.
That Dover team is phenomenal as well. They've got several returning players after making the semifinals last year. Aaron Lynch, forward, really, really talented forward. Audrey Carter, going to play at UMass Lowell, another Division I player being turned out to play at the collegiate level. She's quite the athlete, just an incredible field hockey player. That's going to be a tough test for Exeter. Watching those two teams go at it after the last couple of years has been really entertaining.
Oh, you bet. The Bedford 2-1-1 so far in the season. They've got their continuation of the Winnacunnet game coming up on Saturday. They'll also be facing next week Merrimack on Monday, and they're playing Concord on the 20th, Keene on the 22nd. Manchester Memorial and Nashua South rounding out the last week of September. So still a lot of field hockey to be played. Some teams have played 6 games, some 5, some 4. So there's some makeup games coming, but we're still early in the season. You gotta just watch those top teams. You got Windham and Dover just dominating right now at 5-0. With Winnacunnet and Exeter right behind them. So it's going to be a fun. It's been the first 25% of the season is done. We've still got a lot of field hockey left, and almost anything can happen. But
and nobody's running away with this division so far.
Not yet.
So, a lot of these teams, there aren't multiple goal wins, very close games, really battling it out. I'd say there's, the top 6-7 teams are all in the mix, and anything can happen on any given night. And this is a perfect example of it. Here we are at halftime, a 0-0 game. Exeter, 2-time defending state champions. Bedford, again, one of their best seasons last year, lost several seniors, and they're able to rebound. Certainly staying strong the entire program. So we'll see how this second half plays out. Really want to point out the goalkeeping play of Addison Wolfiger. I mean, Elsa Bishop was literally on the doorstep, inches away from the goal line, and it certainly wasn't for her lack of effort, and we certainly know she has plenty of skill, but Addie Wolfiger slid over, got the pad out, and made the save just in time with an unbelievable stop, and then Bedford was able to clear the ball. So this could very easily be a 1-0 game right now, because that was probably the best of all the scoring chances, even regardless of the corners.
Yeah, Eddie had some great saves. I mean, the Bulldog defense looked great, but Exeter got shots on net, and Addie stopped them, which is great, because yes, it could very easily have been a 1-0 or 2-0 game. Bedford hasn't got a lot of shots on the Blue Hawks goalie. We'll see what they can do as we get ready for second half action.
Well, the players are up, and the coaches look like they're saying the last couple words, and Bedford is the first to take the field here to start out the second half.
Just some fun stats so far this season. Exeter's had 21 goals in 5 games. Bedford 13 in 4 games. So certainly Exeter has been scoring goals, except for that one tough loss a couple weeks, or last week actually. So they're averaging about 4+ goals a game for the Blue Hawks. Bedford's been averaging about 3, and right now it's a tight game. It's 0-0.
Certainly is. And a lot of the Bedford girls, because of the injury to sophomore defender Anna Ray, there's a mix-up in positioning with some of these players, and they seem to be handling that well. Tegan O'Donnell's not a defender, but she's out there playing in a certainly very well, scrappy, and keeping the ball out of Bedford's end. And Brooke Poirier is just always reading the play, stepping up. And again, Mia Catane, we saw 2 different plays in that first half where she came flying from the other side of the field and really made beautiful key plays in order to keep Bedford in this game.
Yeah, Coach Mistow's had to mix up the lineup a little bit to cover injuries, and Tegan O'Donnell has certainly stepped up playing defense.
Ball comes up to the 50. Bedford advances. McDonald stick handles very nicely between 2 Exeter defenders. Advances the ball over to Lydia Denon. Lydia Denon tries to get up to about the 15-yard line. And they're going to give a call to Bedford.
I missed the foul there.
It's a free corner there. Excuse me, a corner. McDonald gets to the goal line with the ball. She'll be inbounding. Top of the shooter circle, Maddie Kiley and Eloise Montagano. McDonald on the inbound to Kiley. Kiley at the top of the circle. Winds up, takes a shot. Ball bounces around. Grace Wolf advances towards the net. And they're going to call another foot call. I got to give these refs awful lot of credit here. I don't know how they do it. The ball comes in at a quick rate of speed, bounces around. They do a really good job keeping track of what foot and what leg that's hitting, and which way that ball is going to go. So McDonald gets ready. McDonald inbounds. Up top to Eloise Montagano. Montagano back over to Kiley. Kiley tries to one-time it. Ball bounces up. And it's going to be an Exeter free hit coming out to the 16. Mons advanced up the middle. Bishop deflects it. Ball goes up to about the 50. Denon gives chase. Montagano with a give and go back to Denon. Denon tries to advance it up across the 40. Elsa Bishop gathers it up, slides it up to Danny Karen. Danny Karen with a quick stick handle, but Bedford comes back the other way. Maddie Kiley for Bedford gives chase. Kiley battling there. Bishop puts a stick out, slows the ball down, and wins the battle. It's going to be a free ball for Exeter. Beautiful ball across the field by Bishop, but intercepted by Grace Wolf. Lydia Denon tries to advance it, gets knocked down. Also, Eloise Montagano advances it up to Davidson. Davidson gets into the shooter circle. But Exeter is there.
Yep, smart defensive play by Exeter. Get that ball out of the shooting circle.
It was Poppy Schaefer on the play there for Exeter. Beautiful defensive play.
Heads up play. She didn't send it down the middle. She just got it out.
Eloise Montagano slides it baseline. Grace Wolf into the shooter circle. Denon tries to get it, and it pops over her stick. Ball's going to come back out for Exeter. Mons goes to advance. Davidson knocks it down, tries to get back into the shooter circle, advances the ball. Davidson gives chase, tries to stop it on the goal line. And that's going to be a Bedford ball. It's going to come back out to the 25. O'Donnell sets. O'Donnell for Bedford. Tries to slide it in, runs into traffic. Beautiful defensive play there by Exeter. Knocking the ball away from O'Donnell. Poirier steps up for Bedford. Nicely knocked down. Steiner gives battle. And it's going to be Bedford ball quickly into the circle. Kiley gives chase. Just can't get around the defender. Danny Karen for Exeter. Up across the 50. Nice stick handle. Gets up to the 40. Moves around Poirier. They're going to give a free hit to Exeter. Karen looks like an ice hockey player out there, P, the way she stick handles.
Yep.
Elsa Bishop from the 30. Another beautiful pass across over to Steiner. Steiner back into the circle with the ball. Brooke Poirier knocks it down for Bedford, but Steiner wins it back. Tries to cross the goal mouth with it, but just misfires and it goes out of bounds. Coming up on the 10-minute mark in the third quarter. O'Donnell for Bedford will bring it up to the 15. Survey the field. Take a look for an opening. Slides it back across the field, knocked down by Danny Caron for Exeter. Danny Caron battles against Brooke Poirier for Bedford. Just inside the shooter circle, Caron spins, advances. She's going to get a call. It's going to be a free hit. Nope, they're giving him a corner.
That's a corner.
I apologize there. I couldn't see if that was inside the shooter circle, but it was. At one point here, something's got to break, Pete. Somebody's going to get a ball through. What a game we've had so far. These two teams are really giving it back and forth to each other. Bedford players are getting on the masks. Referee sets. Ball up top to Elsa Bishop. Over to Danny Caron. Caron tries to shoot.
And it's a foot, so another corner.
Foot off of Bedford. Going to get another chance at this. They quickly huddle up. Looks like Elsa Bishop is making a call here. Trying to come up with a play. Steiner goes down to the goal line, getting ready to do the insert. Bedford players are ready on the goal line. Steiner sets. Inbounds. Doesn't get all of it. O'Donnell comes out, makes a nice defensive play, tries to get it out of the shooter circle. Ball still in. And gets deflected out of bounds. Still going to be Exeter ball, went off of Bedford's stick. But nice defensive play by the Bulldogs. Grace Wolf for Bedford tries to advance it up to Denon. Denon gives chase off her leg. It's going to be a free hit for Exeter. Bosa tries to advance. Steiner there. Steiner in traffic. Ball gets knocked down by Grace Wolf for Bedford. Up in the air. Montagano gathers it. Runs across the 40. Elsa Bishop giving her the business all the way up the field. Ball comes up to the 35 in Exeter zone. And Bedford's going to get a free hit about the 35. Montagano slides it up. Tries to get it to Denon. Denon in the shooter circle. Shot from Maddie Kiley into the net. Davidson at the goal mouth. Swipes at it. Again, ball is loose. Exeter comes out with it. What a great defensive play by the Blue Hawks. Unbelievable. And back the other way goes Danny Caron. Danny Caron slides it up the field for a partial breakaway. Catane all the way across the field again, and Wolfinger makes a beautiful kick save. Steiner tries to work it back in the circle. Brooke Poirier clears it safely up to McDonald. McDonald up to the 40. Fast and furious now, Pete. McDonald across the 50. Tries to advance.
Boy, that's 1 minute of intense play there on both ends.
What an unbelievable series of plays. Elsa Bishop knocks it down. Beautiful backhand to advance the ball. Poirier's there, slows it down. Brooke Poirier for Bedford. Tries to slide it up, knocked down by Exeter. Eloise Montagano for Bedford's there, gets up to the 50. Tries to get it out. Elsa Bishop's there, knocks it down for Exeter. Back to Amelia McDonald. Amelia McDonald gets the call in the favor of Bedford. Montagano tries to cross the 30. O'Donnell gives chase, traps it, slides it up to Kiley. And Exeter's there to knock the ball away, but O'Donnell pursues. Backhand into the crease. And that's going to generate a corner. Nice play by O'Donnell. Steps up, goes to the backhand, advances the ball in the shooter circle. And that's when things happen, when that ball gets into that offensive area, Pete.
Absolutely. Yeah, Bedford must have made some adjustments at halftime because they're certainly spending a little more time in the Blue Hawks territory this second half.
So Bedford Bulldogs will have a corner. Amelia McDonald, junior captain, inserts. Up to Maddie Kiley. Kiley over to Lisa Montagano. Montagano is shot on net. Knocked down in front of the net. Denon gives chase. Swipes at it. Tries to advance the ball towards the net. It pops up towards Davidson in the face. Excuse me, I think it hit Davidson right up about the chest or face. And back comes Exeter on a quick play. They get it almost all the way up to the 50. And the referee's going to call a third party on that and a free hit for Exeter. Kane slows down Steiner, works it to the sideline. Steiner keeps trying to work. Beautiful backhand play by Katane. Exeter player is there. Denon gathers it, looks for help. An errant pass, unfortunately, for Bedford. Blue Hawks up to the 15, Danny Karen. Karen to the 10, down to the 5, goes goal line. Looks up, Montagano's there. Montagano takes it away. Knocks the ball up the field. Natalie Denon. Denon to Kiley. Kiley advances up to McDonald. McDonald to the 50. McDonald tries to get it up to Davidson. Just doesn't quite get there. Nice play again by Exeter defender. Montagano back over to Kiley. And just out of her reach. O'Donnell with a quick one-timer up to Grace Wolf. Grace Wolf up across the 30. Slides at McDonald. McDonald in the shooting circle. Gets a shot off. Beautiful save by the Exeter goalie. Knocks it down. Grace Wolf again back into the circle. Ball on the feet. I think both set of players there, Pete, lost sight of the ball. Nobody knew where it was there for a minute. Another great offensive play and another great defensive play. So once again, they're matching one another.
The pace of this quarter, it feels like an overtime quarter.
It certainly does, exactly.
They have just amped up the pace of play on both sides.
Yep, Steiner, nice lead pass for her sister. They get the ball across the 50. Danny Karen, another beautiful lead pass up to the 20. Brooke Poirier's there for Bedford, trying to slow Steiner down and get the ball away. Steiner with a spin move, back to Danny Karen. Danny Karen at the 25. Slides it across to Bishop. Bishop with a beautiful move into the goal scorer, into the mouth. Shot, and Wolfiger is out. Just misses it. Not sure what the call is right this moment, folks. Boy, it's moving so fast, Pete. I apologize for being tongue-tied here.
Trying to figure out the call, what just happened there. But, this is... They're playing for all the marbles. Yep. At least that's their pace and their...
Karen tries to inbound it. Hits Katane in the leg. Katane's limping. Karen tries to advance. They're going to call a free hit for Exeter. Karen slides it back in along the goal line. Number 11 for Bedford seems to be dealing with something on the field there. Took a shot right in the leg.
Yeah, I think it's her left leg there. She definitely took a shot. She's staying in right now.
Well, Bishop rips one, knocked down by Eloise Montagano, takes the ball off a shin there as well. Bishop trying to get a shot off O'Donnell right up on top of her and able to stop her from getting the ball onto the net. Montagano with the quick hands knocks it down. And that's going to be a free hit Bedford. They're going to slow the play down here for a second. O'Donnell takes a look around. O'Donnell tries to lift it, doesn't get all of it. It gets knocked down by Hames. Hames advances around O'Donnell. Up to Poirier. Poirier knocks it down, but Hames keeps at it. Moves left and right. Out to the far side of the field, trying to advance and hook around Poirier, but Poirier is just right on her. Oh, beautiful crossing play by Steiner. And they're going to call a corner. I think there was another foot call.
That pass from Steiner was right on the money, right where you want it. Bedford broke it up. They'll take the corner, and they've defended them well so far. So,
all right, Steiner on the goal line, ready for the insert. Elsa Bishop, top of the circle. Emma Mons, top of the circle. Danny Karen. Ball comes in. Over to Danny Karen. Danny Karen advances over to Steiner. Steiner gets a shot off. It's knocked down by Poirier. Another shot. Wolfiger kicks at it. That's a time.
Yep. They score. Yep.
Bedford was able to keep that ball out of the net, Pete. Unbelievable series. Unbelievable series. Wolfiger with a quick feed on that. Just knocked down 3-4 different shots coming from different angles in traffic. The Bedford defenders, once again, completely stingy and scrappy, getting the ball out of there. And at the same time, this Exeter Blue Hawk team is just absolutely tenacious once they get into that offensive circle.
Oh, they're unrelenting. This is championship caliber play. Here we are, 5 games into the season, and what a great game. Both teams they came out the second half on fire, and I don't expect anything less going into the fourth and final quarter here in another minute.
Well, we need to catch our breath over the next minute, Pete, because that was really back and forth again. Amazing play. All the girls on this field, the talented athletes, back and forth, defense, offense, midfield, just really, really great field hockey to watch. Got about 30 seconds before the start of the fourth and final quarter here.
So I wonder, what are the coaches telling their respective teams now? You got 15 minutes. It's 0-0. They've been playing like it's overtime since the first half started. I don't know how much more you can amp yourself up to play. I guess you want to avoid mistakes.
Right.
And,
and if you give up a goal, don't get down.
Right.
That's the other thing.
Yep.
You got a quarter to play. This is one heck of a game going on, and it could go either way. Whoever gets the first goal, and I would think the coaches are saying just keep it up, just keep on playing, keep on working, be tenacious. We've only had one penalty so far this entire game. Several corners. These referees have done a wonderful job calling this game.
Both teams have had a fair amount of corners. I think Bedford had 4, and the Blue Hawks probably around 7 so far. Great opportunities for scoring, but the defense has stepped up on both sides.
Ball to the 40. Denon tries to keep it out. Steiner into center field. Grace Wolf with a one-touch, tries to clear it, but Elsa Bishop is waiting. Back and forth. Amelia McDonald gives chase for Bedford. Amelia McDonald goes across the far side of the field. Backhand, tries to advance it. Knocked down by Exeter, but back again to Amelia McDonald. McDonald once again tries to get up to Kylie, but it gets knocked down. Danny Karen for Exeter. Beautiful play by Eloise Montagano for Bedford. Gives it to Maddie Kiley. Maddie Kiley up across the 50. Davidson is open. Oh, just can't get the ball up the field. What a beautiful defensive play by Emma Mons. Unbelievable. Boy, she is solid back there for the Blue
It's
Hawks.
the story of the game. The defense just keeps coming up with stops.
That would have
on
been a
both sides.
complete breakaway if she didn't make that play. What
Absolutely.
a great play. Kylie gets across the 20, almost into the shooter circle, advances the ball towards the net. Kicked out by Marley Masick, excuse me. Denon for Bedford to Montagano. Oop, ball pops up on Montagano. Tries to play it, uses her body to get in the way. They're going to call interference, and the ball's going to be Exeter with a free hit. Beautiful lift by Danny Karen. Steiner from the 45. Tries to advance it, but Mia Catane is there. Montagano over to Denon for Bedford. On the goal line, Denon just mishandles. Danny Karen is there. Across the 40, slides it up the field to her offensive player, but Brooke Poirier for Bedford is there. Catane reaches on that. They're going to give a free hit to Exeter. Danny Karen, number 25, moves left. Very calmly, stick handles through the legs. Beautiful pass. Catane is there to knock it down, but Bishop gets it back into the shooter circle. Bishop with a shot.
There it is.
And a goal. Exeter, Blue Hawks score. Beautiful play. Elsa Bishop, it was just a matter of time before she broke free and was able to get a shot off. Again, Danny Karen working that sideline. What composure, Pete.
Just a terrific shot over the, I think it was the right pad of Hattie Wolfinger. That just...
Well, and Bedford right back at it, coming the other way. Maddie Kiley up across the 20, up to the 15, advances the ball into the shooting circle. Knocked down by Danny Karen, back up to Elsa Bishop. Bishop tries to clear. Montagano for Bedford's there, into the shooter circle. Montagano to the net. Oh, off the post and in. Bedford Bulldogs score. That was Sydney Davidson, I believe, on the goal. Montagano came into the shooter circle, got it to the net. Kylie gets a shot off, hits a post, and Davidson is sitting there. The wide open net knocks it in. And again, just like we mentioned, back and forth.
Within a minute. We're all tied at 1. Sydney Davidson is the top scorer on the Bulldogs. And she was in the right place at the right time.
She always seems to be open there, Pete, you know.
Yep.
And again, it's a team effort. A lot of players on that field getting that ball up the field, making those nice zipper passes all the way up the sideline, trying to advance the ball. And Montagano just instrumental in getting that ball to the right spot. And here she goes again, up across the 25, knocked down by Steiner. Over to Danny Karen. Danny Karen comes up. O'Donnell's there for Bedford. Knocks the ball down twice. They're going to call a foot call on O'Donnell, so Karen tries to advance right away. The referee slows that down. Steiner for Exeter. Passes it up. Over to Danny Karen. Danny Karen tries to stick handle through a crowd. She's going to draw another call in her favor. Slides it over to Ames. Ames advances a shuffle step for Exeter. Bedford moves the ball up the field. Kylie gives chase up to the 40. Chips it ahead. Steiner's there to knock it down. Denon gets it back to Bedford. Tries to go to Montagano. Montagano just misses it. Danny Karen with the ball for Exeter. Slides it up to Steiner. Ball comes up to the right. O'Donnell gives chase. Very physical play. They're going to give a free hit to Exeter for the body off O'Donnell. Steiner tries to advance. Ball across the field over to Karen. Karen tries to give a go as Steiner lays it out nicely. Steiner into the shooter circle. Steiner stick handles. Tries to get to the goal mouth. O'Donnell's there. Tries to clear. They're going to call a foot call on Bedford. Corner for the Blue Hawks.
Well, the Blue Hawks are one man down, one girl down, and they're killing this penalty, and they've got themselves a corner. That's a tough one. I didn't see the foot there.
I didn't either on the replay, but
the ref is right on top of that play, so he must have saw something. So Exeter,
Steiner, all the way across top of the circle to the other Steiner. Shot.
Wow, that's a shorthanded goal.
Yep.
By the Blue Hawks.
Certainly earned that one. Ball came out beautifully inserted by Steiner. That's a long pass to make. Shot goes off O'Donnell's legs, rebound. And Izzy Steiner, captain, ends up getting the deflection and burying it. Blue Hawks up 2-1. Nicely executed. You know, Pete, that goes back to you got to play the whistle, right? You know,
absolutely.
Unfortunately, even when the players are out on the field and they think something should be called, if it doesn't get called, you got to keep playing. Can't let up. That little hesitation ends up just giving the other team the advantage in order to execute a play, and that's what happened there.
Well, being shorthanded certainly didn't slow down Exeter at all. I think it just psyched them up even more because sometimes you can fall back and get into a more defensive posture when you're down a person, down a player. But they just attacked, and it paid off.
Certainly did. Again, you know, these players are just really, both the Steiner twins, Elsa Bishop, you know, Karen, Zames, you know, it's just constant, up the field, trying to get that ball to the net. And Bedford has been able to hold on for a long period of time here. But we'll see what happens. 9:21 left on the clock. We got a timeout on the field.
I believe that's a Bedford timeout, which makes sense. Collect themselves and 9:20 left. So there's a lot of game left, as we've seen. A lot can happen in a very short period of time here.
Certainly can. We'll see what happens. Can Bedford respond again? Last time it was just about a minute into the play and they were able to answer. What a game we've had, Pete. What a beautiful night. These teams have just really amazing field. Slides it wide to Grace Wolf. Grace Wolf up to Lydia Denon. Denon tries to advance into the circle. Into center field. And she's going to draw a call for Bedford. Ball's going to come back to O'Donnell at the 25. O'Donnell slides it quickly over to Natalie Denon. Denon just mishandles. Exeter starts to break out. Mia Catane's there. Catane tries to go backhand and doesn't quite get her stick over. They're going to call back at the stick on that. Elsa Bishop for the Blue Hawks. Over to the sideline, up to Steiner. Steiner advances. Catane there. Eloise Montagano gets the ball for Bedford. Tries to make a move. Knocked down, gets a free hit call. Steiner steals it from Montagano. Slides it out to the left side of the field. And ball's going to go back the other way, Bedford ball. Should be another Bedford hit, yep. Catane to Montagano. Montagano in traffic. Montagano battling for it with Danny Karen. Danny Karen wins the ball. Slides it nicely over to Steiner. Steiner tries to work around Grace Wolf for Bedford. Inside out move over to Bishop. Bishop on the one-timer over to her teammate and in the net. Beautiful goal by the Blue Hawks. Beautiful passing, beautiful ball movement.
Yeah, that love to see that play again. That was just field hockey perfection.
Yep, Steiner, inside-out move, over to Bishop. Bishop advances it into her teammate. And at the back of the net.
Terrific play and puts a point on the board.
Maddie Kiley for Bedford. Tries to advance. Danny Caron's there again. She's going to draw a call for a free hit. 3-1, 7:25 left in the fourth quarter. Elsa Bishop. Beautiful ball across the field. Up to Steiner. Steiner tries to advance. Grace Wolf knocks it down for Bedford. And they're going to call a free hit for Exeter. Bishop brings it up to about the 50. 45. Bishop tries to advance the ball in. Knocked down by Amelia McDonald. McDonald back the other way. Gets it across the 50. Passes it up to Lydia Denon. Lydia Denon tries to advance. Steiner's there. Steiner goes back the other way. Ball comes up to the Exeter player. O'Donnell scoops it up. Comes back up the field across 35. Tries to advance it. Steiner knocks it down. O'Donnell gets it back. Comes across the 50. O'Donnell down the right side of the field. Big wind up. Pops way up in the air. Ball advances up to about the 15, but Exeter's able to control the ball. Elsa Bishop drives it out up to the 50. Ball off to the side. Isabel Steiner up the right side of the field. Once again working across Grace Wolf trying to defend. Turns inside, turns outside. Beautiful move by Isabel Steiner. Get a free hit from the 25. Steiner tries to slide it up, but Eloise Montagano's there for Bedford. Grace Wolf gives chase, just loses it. Steiner goes to get it back, just mishits. Ball comes up to about the 45. Maddie Kiley pops it up, across the 50. She's got Davison wide open if she can get the ball to her. Exeter defender makes a beautiful play. Emma Mons slows the play down, gets her teammates back. Excellent play. Elsa Bishop stick handles through traffic and moves the ball back out again for Exeter. Up to the 50, Steiner. Steiner works the far side of the field. Mishandled by Poirier. Poirier recovers. Poirier coming across the center of the field, tries to go to Denon. Just out of Denon's reach, and up comes Steiner. Number 23, Garen Steiner, tries to advance the ball in the shooting circle. Mia Catane's there for Bedford. Now Amelia McDonald tries to make the play. Free hit for Bedford. Ball up to Sydney Davidson. She's got an opportunity. Slides it over to McDonald. McDonald tries to get around the defender. And Emma Mons, once again, beautifully knocks the ball down and clears. Steiner tries to advance it. Montagano up to Kiley for Bedford. Nice give and go. Back over to McDonald. McDonald tries to make a move. Bishop with a poke tackle. The jab tackle, excuse me. All right, Eloise Montagano for Bedford from the 20. Moves left, moves right. Ball into the shooting circle. Into Maddie Kiley. Tries to backhand. Ball swiped at by Denon. I think Bedford's going to get a corner on that, Pete.
Yeah, I missed the signal from the ref, but sure enough, it looks like they're lining up for a corner.
Yep, they are. McDonald's going down to the goal line with it. Junior captain for the Bedford Bulldogs. The Exeter defenders getting on their masks, waiting for the signal from the referee. McDonald enters, inserts the ball to Montagano. Montagano to Kiley. Kiley tries to one-time it. Doesn't get it all. Ball back into the circle. They're going to call another corner for Bedford. McDonald comes back down to the goal line. She does a great job inserting these balls, Pete. And in it comes. Up top to Kylie. Kylie over to Montagano. Montagano, top of the circle, gets a shot off. Ball in the middle of the... another corner for Bedford. The ball popped up right in the middle of the player's legs. And Sydney Davidson for Bedford was trying to swipe at it, but just couldn't get her stick on the ball as it was sitting there between the Exeter defender's legs. McDonald again on another corner. Inserts. Over to Kylie. Kylie tries a drive. Back to O'Donnell. O'Donnell knocks it down. O'Donnell gets in the shooter's circle. Takes a rip. Beautiful save by the Exeter goalie. Montagano trying to handle, gets another corner.
Well, Bedford's pushing. They're pushing hard. They're not getting the breaks, and the clock's running, So
2 minutes left. That's right.
Great defense on these corners by the Blue Hawks. That also runs the clock down because it does take a good 15, 20 seconds to set up.
Insert. Didn't get all of it. Montagano moves left, slides it over to Kylie. Kylie with a shot on net. Oh, just wide to the right of the Blue Hawks goal. Nice try by the Bedford Bulldogs. Minute 40 on the clock. Exeter is in no rush to get this ball back in play. Number 15, Poppy Schaefer, will bring it to the 15-yard line. Bleed in the clock down, 1:22. Schaefer tries inbound, quickly jumped on by Maddie Kylie. Kylie tries the backhand. And they're going to get a free hit for Exeter again. Ball pops back up. They'll set it at the 16-yard line. Emma Mons, big lift out, up to about the 38. Knocked down by Bedford. They're going to get a free hit. Montagano tries to advance it up to the 30th, over to O'Donnell off the 30. Excuse me. O'Donnell tries to get it in on net desperately. That's going to be wide right of the Exeter goalie. Bedford's run out of time here, Pete. 30 seconds. Mons from the 16. Slides it across. Schaefer trying to kill the clock with some stick work. Kylie pokes at it. It's going to be a free hit for Exeter. 15 seconds left on the clock. And time is ticking away as the referee resets. Ball in. Montagano gives chase, and it goes out of bounds, and the time will run out on the Bulldogs.
Well, that's a hard-fought win for the now 5-1 Exeter Blue Hawks against the Bulldogs this afternoon. Bedford didn't make it easy at all. The Hawks certainly stymied the Bulldogs at almost every attempt and came out on top.
What an incredible field hockey game. Both sides of the ball, both teams really showed all kinds of character, all kinds of resiliency, all kinds of skill, Pete, all kinds of hustle. Very impressive.
They sure did. So the Blue Hawks now will be heading out on Monday to Concord. They'll be visiting Concord High School for a game, and Bedford will be playing a continuation of the Winnicott game this Saturday. So still lots more field hockey to go. Bedford's got another real tough opponent ahead of them on Saturday with Winnicott. They played very well here against the state champion Blue Hawks. Just didn't quite have enough.
Well, thank you guys for everything today, and certainly a good game, very enjoyable to watch, and we'll see you at the next game.
Yep, thank you, Blue Hawk Media and BCTV. It's been a pleasure calling Blue Hawk field hockey. Thank you.